Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I thought I would share with you the top 10 questions you should be asking when you visit a university on an open day. I have done a video on open day advice before, so I'm going to link that down below. I'm going to share with you 10 questions you should probably ask to get to know the university more and whether it's the right fit for you. Before I get started, I want to mention that this video is sponsored by What Uni. I have worked with this company a lot of times because I absolutely love what they do and the advice that they give on their website. There is literally a whole section on the website dedicated to open days. You can find which region of the UK you want to go and visit and any open days that are upcoming. So it has all the information there. There's also loads of other things to do with university advice, like articles people have written, reviews from current students to see how happy they are with their courses. So there's so much information over there if you are struggling to find the right uni for you. If you want to book a university open day, go through whatuni.com because they will literally guide you through the entire process. So the first question, what is included in the accommodation price? The reason I say this is because sometimes universities will mug you off. They mug you off anyway because you're paying a ridiculous amount of money for accommodation in the first place, but it's good to know what actually comes in the accommodation price that you are going to be paying, as it is a lot of money. So whether you have kitchen appliances, like the kettle, microwave, toaster, have a look at all those little things and find out that on an open day so you can compare that to the other different accommodations within the city and the area your university is going to be in. We are fortunate enough to have all this, pretty much everything provided. The only thing we needed to bring ourselves was a toaster. We're quite lucky in that sense, but I've known people that have had to pay for like microwaves and kettles, so it's good to find out what you will need as well to be prepared. If you are definitely moving to that university, then you'll know exactly what you need to get in summer before you move out in September. Number 2 is something that you could possibly ask the student financial support on the university open day. I know at the University of Lincoln we have a stand that is dedicated to that, and you can go speak to the finances because that's what me and my family did when we came last year. If not, then there'll be stuff on the website. But one thing you could ask on a university open day is, are there any grants or bursaries that are available for me? If you are worried about student loan or anything like that, then make sure you find out if you can get any additional grants and bursaries that you won't actually need to be paying back in the future. For me, I have a £1,500 bursary that is based on household income. So over the 3 years I get £1,500, which may not seem like a lot once it's split because I get about £165 every semester. To be honest, £165 is like winning the lottery at uni. It's so helpful. So if you find out what you can get, even if it is a small amount, it is definitely worth it and it will help you stop worrying about your loan and budgeting as much. Number 3 is very important. Where is the nearest doctors to my accommodation? Again, I am so lucky to be at a campus university. It's honestly so good to be in a campus university because everything is so close. My doctor's is literally a 2-minute walk currently, but obviously it'll be a little bit longer next year when I move to my second year house. But it is on site, it's on campus, and we registered within the first week of coming to uni. This might obviously differ and depend on what university you go to, and you might have to sign up to the doctors completely separately to your university, but Lincoln are super good and they help you sign up, get you into the doctors within the first week. It's really easy and everyone sort of explains it to you once you come, and it's not something that people do talk about, but it's very important to sign up for the doctors when you move, especially if you're moving away from your hometown. Number 4 is there any support at uni if I have any concerns or worries? Some people may be struggling with mental health or generally have a lot of anxiety. I had so much anxiety before I came to university, and I struggled really badly with anxiety and depression before I'd come to uni. I am no longer struggling with depression. I am still very, very anxious, but there are so many services at university, especially Lincoln again. I know I'm promoting Lincoln a lot, but to be honest, that's all I can really promote because I only go to one university. From my experience, Lincoln are super helpful with student wellbeing. We have a student wellbeing centre which is actually located next to our doctors, so it's again very close to my accommodation. They are so useful. They have workshops going on for anxiety, stress, depression, homesickness, loads of different workshops you can attend in like small groups, and someone will help you out with all your problems. You can also register there and have regular like counselling sessions and stuff like that. But there are so many support services if you are worried about anything mental health wise or just general concerns. Number 5 is what sports and societies do the universities have to offer? Quite a lot of universities will have a massive leaflet that they give out on open days of all the different sports and clubs and societies you can join up to. A huge variety of interest if you think about how many people are at university. So it's very important for some people to see what things that the university has to offer. I am really interested in dance and drama. I always say it, so I'm really sorry if you're bored of me saying that, but I love dance and drama so much. I'm going to be joining the society in second year. Everything was slightly overwhelming when I first joined uni, so I didn't get into clubs and societies and stuff like that, but I'm making it an effort in second year to start joining some societies. I think I'm going to have like a deeper look into it in second year, and I'll obviously explain more on my vlog channel if you want to go subscribe to me over there. But yeah, if you're into sport, you will definitely find a club that is suited for you. We have tons of societies and sports clubs here, and I'm sure many other universities do too. But there's a Jaffa Cake Society here, Harry Potter one, Disney, bloggers and vloggers, archery, assassins. Literally, there are so many, as well as all this, as well as all the generic sports teams. If you have a specific interest, ask if there's a sport or society that caters for your interest, and if not, then maybe if it is really important to you, maybe that university isn't right for you. Number 6 is a question that me and my mum asked at every single open day I went to. How many contact hours does your course have? I think a lot of people fail to ask this at university open days because it's just something that not really crosses your mind as you are like looking, because you're more focused on accommodation and what the university looks like and your course, but no one really asks about contact hours. You are paying over 9 grand a year to study at university. I personally wouldn't want to pay that if I was receiving 3 hours of lectures or seminars or whatever a week. That would feel like such a waste of money for me. I'm so glad and fortunate to be getting 13 hours plus every single week. I know some people have way more than this and some people have way less, but I'm happy with having 13 hours. I know some of my universities I went to had like 20 hours a week, some had 9. Mine on average is about 13 a week here. It's useful to ask how much your course does have, so you know if it feels like you're wasting your money or not, because I definitely would not want to pay over 9 grand to have 3 hours of contact time every week. No thank you. Number 7 is what facilities are available for my course specifically. When I came to Lincoln, they were talking to us about the laboratories and how much they've invested in their laboratories, and obviously that was a massive bonus for me because I was going to be working in the science department. There were also a lot of other buildings being like renovated and built for Lincoln for psychology students, I'm pretty sure, and something to do with the engineering building, and there's been a new thing added onto the media building. It's useful to find out what your university is investing into your course, as again you are paying a lot of money for it, so it's useful to know what facilities are going to benefit you while you're there and in your course. Number 8 is how far is the city centre away from me? Will I have to travel to get there? Lincoln, walking distance, everything is walking distance. I talk about this all the time. I can walk to town within 15 minutes. But some universities are cities, so you might be away from the centre of the city, or you might be right next to it. It depends how lucky you are, but it's useful to know how long it will take you to transport from your accommodation to the university or accommodation to the town itself. You'll need to go town to get food, if you want to go shopping with your friends, go out for food as well as actually getting stuff from the supermarket. It's useful to ask all these things so you know how much it's actually going to cost if you do need to travel to get to these places, because that's obviously going to come into your whole budgeting thing too. Definitely ask how far away your city centre is. Number 9 is a pretty obvious one. What grades or requirements will I need to get into my course? A lot of people look at the grades that they need, but sometimes there are other requirements, so it can even like date back to GCSEs. Some courses are quite strict and will ask for a certain grade in your GCSEs, even if your A-levels are so much better. You might also need some sort of training in a specific area or specialism, but it's useful to look at requirements as well as just straight on grades, because there are sometimes things like that that confuse people and people might not look into as much. And then number 10 is what percentage of my course is exams and what percentage of my course is coursework. A lot of people work differently in both of these environments. Some people prefer the exam atmosphere because it's strict and you're timed and you're under pressure. Some people absolutely hate this and would prefer to sit at home and do coursework. I prefer a little bit of both. I obviously prefer coursework because I can do it on my own time. I love being in my own room, in my own company, and I feel like I get on way better. So for me, it works out great for me on my course, because in my forensic science course, I have 50% exam and 50% coursework in every single one of my modules for first year. I'm not actually sure about the sort of ratios next year, but it's literally 50-50, which is perfect. However, other courses I looked at was like 80% exam or 50% exam, 25% practical, 25% coursework. It all depends, and I think it's really important to look into this, because again, like, some people do not like doing exams and they can be very daunting and terrifying. I know from experience. Look into that, and coursework is obviously good because you have time to prepare yourself and you can do it in the comfort of your own room. You can actually find some of this information on the What Uni website. If you go look into your university and your course on the What Uni website, they will give you all the requirements you need, as well as other information, more details on some courses than others. But yeah, it's always useful to look into. Go check the website out, it will be linked down below. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope this has helped future university students. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe down below if you're new, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video. Bye.